Hey guys, been quite a while. Victor 826, how are you guys? Now, I'm in the backyard today and I thought, well, why not get ambitious and start to make something? Oh really, what could he be making? Oh, whoever knows. Well, I thought I'd take you on a journey. Well, it's actually beside me, but I'll walk past it. Now, what I decided to make it out of was, I'll show you what it is in a minute. I talk about a foot and a half of this plate, which is actually off a Clydesdale. I've shown you these things last time, and I thought, well, since no one's ever going to use them anymore, and no one's really interested, I'll just chop it up and make stuff out of it. Also, for the first time ever, I've used a piece of me Rio that I bought, so for $5, cheap. Anyway, I bought that from the scrapyard a while ago. I got plenty more of it. Alrighty. Ooh, better not show you too much, because there's more updates to come, guys. Alright. Now, I got ambitious and I decided, oh yes, I'm going to make something. I said that, I know. Now, alright, so with the angle grinder, I decided to cut 4 pieces of Rio and the flat off. Then I used my little handy dandy gasless MIG welder, which is right there in the corner. And thanks to the girlfriend for holding the steel while I welded it. Thank you, darling. Or fiance, I should say. Thanks, darling. Alright. Now, I put on my thinking cap and decided, everyone said to me, why don't you get a tripod? Nah, trust me, tripods are expensive. And I'm a little cheap, so I like to make things. Sort of like Dave's farm. Good redneck. Alright, now, without further ado, I'll show you what I did. Here's, well, nearly the finished product, but here you go. There you go, guys. I'll come down here out of the sun and give you a bit of a look. So, 4 pieces of Rio steel, at 2 feet long. Oh, well, yeah, it was 2 feet, but I ground down the ends a little bit just to get it to, it's a little bit wobbly, but it'll do. Also, that, what was it, 1/2-inch plate, welded right on top there with that gasless MIG welder. They're not really meant to weld really hot stuff or really thick stuff, but I can tell you now, worked like a charm. Beautiful. And there you are, I've just centered a bolt. Well, it was a bit crooked, I've just tapped it across with a wrench while it was hot, and then just welded it firmly in. And then, well, I can't really show you me putting the camera on because it'd be, you'd spin around like this. But, well, there you have it, guys. What was it? The total cost of this build was for nothing. So there you go. That's another one that you need to try yourself. So if you've got a bit of Rio steel, and basically you've got a bit of inch plate, and even a tiny screw that fits into the bottom of your camera, and there should be a little screw hole and you can screw it in. Doesn't matter if it sits, the camera sits up about that high, it just gives it a bit more length. And if I really wanted to, what I'd do is I'd weld some small bits of pipe on the bottom there to just push it up a bit more if I wanted to. But there you go, that's one update for you. It's been quite a while since I've updated, but I've got quite a bit on the go. So that's one. I decided, I think I'm nearly up to about 50 videos, so if this is the 50th video, there you go, that was a little surprise I cooked up for you today. Alrighty, now, okay, the story is, there's the next one, the story is, I traded a mate a quad that I picked up for nothing, but before I did that, I got some carby parts. Hang on, I'll walk over, I'll explain. Be better. Now that old 11 horse Briggs & Stratton I had here, out the front, that's all that's left of it from my last video. I stripped it completely. I gave him the carb, a seat, and a few other bits and pieces, a pulley, and I think a part of a clutch. And what he gave me was a 125cc quad. It's missing the hubs, it's got engines and everything. I actually gave that to my mate, and he says, well, I've got an old go-kart out the back there. And I'm like, a free go-kart? Shit, yeah, you want to trade? Okay. Anyway, so without further ado, here is this beast. There she sits. I probably had a spoiler there in the actual video before, so I thought, oh crap. Anyway, what it actually is it's a homemade go-kart, as you can see. She's real strong. It's got a VX Holden seat in it. It's actually electric. It's unreal. She will need a bit of work, but I can guarantee you, by the time I'm finished, well, you know, now I'm going to get into more fabrication stuff. I always wanted to do that, you know, but now I've got some time that I can do that sort of stuff. Well, I'll be right now. Now, just a heads up. Okay, for this go-kart frame, what sort of motor do you reckon I put on it? Should I put the 18 horsepower horizontal shaft on it? Or should I go the extra mile and fix up the 2100 cubic inch? Now, for people who love engines and know what 2100 cubic inch is, that's the 20 horsepower Briggs & Stratton V-twin I've got sitting in that big shed over there. So tell me what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts on that. And yeah, well, as soon as I know a little bit about it, well, we'll get right into it. But it used to have an old Honda 360 on it, CB 360, and that was a twin carb machine. That was unreal. I'm very disappointed that my mate decided to sell it. I was pretty pissed, but you've either got belt drive here, or you've got chain drive down here. So whichever way you go, you're set. But I'll cut this off because, as you can see, that wobbles like crazy, and that's not even joined. So what I'll do is I'll chop it off there, chop it off here, move the seat back a tiny bit more, just so anyone besides me can ride it. And I'll have to extend it if I have to. If I have to, I will. If I don't have to, I won't. But yeah, keep an eye on updates for that, and we'll move on. So that's that. Now, the racing mower. I haven't done much to this, but now that my gasless MIG welder is working like a treat, don't you worry, I am itching to get into this thing now, because look at it, we've got beautiful weather. So that's why I decided to do that little project today. And then after I come back from Denny, you should get a few videos from that. It's only 2 weekends away. So I can tell you now, I can't wait. So it's only this weekend, and then next weekend it's on. So we'll have lots of videos for that. So keep an eye on that. Alright, thanks guys. I'm trying to get it as best I can, and I want to build it to perfection, so we'll get it right. So yeah, this is one that I got with that mower there, and a couple other ones. Yeah, it runs beautifully, runs like a top. Does blow a little bit of startup smoke, but well, you can't really help that. But well, it seems to work quite well. And oh yeah, I forgot, I also picked up a few more customers from mowing lawns and fixing things. So I've been a busy boy, busy boy. I used to be that way. Alright, here's another one for you. He says, oh God, more updates. Here we go. Alright, I actually got these two, from Bill's Saws and Stuff in Donald, one of my mates. So I picked up this little Power Torque side thrower and a Rover Suzuki 2-stroke, an older one than the one I've got sitting there and the one underneath me bench. That's one of the real old girls. Well, start of the first Rover Suzukis. And yeah, no, not bad. For 50 bucks, that ain't too bad. This one's seized solid, but I want the parts. And this one, you get the idea. But it does pull over. So who knows? You might have potential. But yeah, I've wrecked that motor on that deck, the old Briggs, that went to scrap, and scrap prices are actually up at the moment. So I'm contemplating on whether to just scrap the blocks and keep the parts on both of them, and also the base. I'll keep the base there and the base on this one. Engine. So the little 125 two-stroke here, little Victor. I'm going to get the carby, the pulley, shroud, a few other bits and pieces, and I'll probably scrap the deck too because she's fairly well worn in it. Big hole there. And also I'll scrap this Briggs & Stratton too, the old 4-horse. I'd hate to see it go, but she smokes more than an old train. And plus I've got a few other older engines that can sit on this, so I'll strip the block for parts, pull all the connecting rod, crankshaft and everything out of it, and you actually get closer, like Junkyard Dog 87 did in one of his videos. He says he got close to 30 cents a kilo. I got close to 50 cents a kilo. So that's why I'm scrapping the old girls. Not all of them. Not all of them. The ones that work, they're fine. It's just the ones that are, well, these are a couple I got for free, so might as well make a bit of money while I can. But I'm still going to be keeping old ones. I'm still going to be doing them up. I'm still going to be keeping some. So don't worry, there is plenty more to come. And he says, oh, I wonder why we're going out the fronty. Well, I got another surprise. He's like, oh God, you serious? You serious? Alrighty. So we're walking out into the middle of the court, and you can probably guess where this is going. And they're going, oh my God, last couple of times he walked out here, he ended up with something nice, didn't he? Well, here we go. Here you are, guys. Ta-da! I got another tractor. It's a 1978 Cox 8 horsepower lawn tractor, it is. It came with the chassis, the seat, down here, the deck, and under me car, not under me carport, under me veranda over there, it even came with the engine. Not bad for $100, so I'll just show you the engine. Well, whoever took the time to actually have this, actually made did a really good paint job on this thing. But what I'll do is, now I've got a sandblaster after Denny, I might strip it down and paint it and sell it for, what, $400 or $500. See how we go. There's the engine there. Little bit of a paint job on it. I didn't do that, unfortunately, but I'd love to. But yeah, one of the bolt holes in the heads got a bit stripped out of it. So what I'll do is I'll see if I can get another tap another thread into it and see how I go. Let's see what else has been going on. Haven't got onto that talon yet. I fixed my slasher now. It now has the blade plate. I also mowed the reserve over there, and this thing cuts beautifully now. Beautifully. Gotta get onto that mulcher after Denny too. Just random bits of a couch. Gotta clean that later. And keep mowing people's lawns. Not bad money. The old girl that was from out the back, that's gonna get fixed here, because I'm gonna redo the carby and that. Free gazebo, I've got to scrap that, that's all broken. So there you go, guys. I've got a bit going on, as usual, so don't think I'm just slacking. Oh, hell no. I decided to get ambitious today, as usual. It never really stops until either Christmas or Boxing Day or New Year. But yeah, for the first time since our engagement, me and my fiance got engaged the 25th of July this year, and I tell you, I'm loving it. I can't wait to be married, guys. Can't wait to be a married man. Isn't that right, Brownie? Hey? Isn't that right? Yeah, it's right. Good boy, aren't you? But yeah, also I've been doing a lot of weeding around the backyard, and yes, I've been a very, very busy lad, and I've got plenty more to do, so don't you worry. But yeah, well, sorry for the late update. Ooh, don't want to shine the sun in you. But thanks to all my subscribers, thanks to all my old ones, and of course the new ones, they're good too. But the old ones, they've stuck with me for quite a while now, so please and thank you. I hope this really helps. I hope, and plus you can build your very own quad pod instead of a tripod or a bipod, or because I've never seen any quad pods with 4 legs, so there you go. First of its kind, who knows? Who knows? They might have done it, who knows? But I'm not claiming it. It's just a very simple build that you can basically build in your backyard. Alright guys, well, hopefully it's good. This update really helps you, and just to let you know, hey, I'm still here, I'm still building things, I'm about to go crazy with the go-kart and the racing mower, so hang in there. I know, hang in there, it will come. Alright guys, well I better get back to work, and I'll catch you a bit later on. Alright, thanks for that. Catch you guys, bye.